know that you can use infographics for more than just boring data and timelines? Have you considered any of these uses yet? For instance, study tips, comparisons for debating, gamifying information, essay writing, or storytelling. So Canva is a go-to for many people, including myself. And if you are looking for a quick fix, you have come to the right place. And you know, the one question I always get about infographics is, what if I run out of space on the template? Well, do not stress, because I'm going to show you exactly how. And this is the interface that you all know, and we are going to go straight to create a design and typing in infographic. What you can do is you just go infographic here, and then you can immediately see the templates. Generally, I don't like to start with a blank Canva template. I much rather start with something that someone else created and I just build on top of it. So you can go and be specific. So for instance, if I want a cartoon infographic, let me see if I can type it in. You see I get a little bit more cartoons. Good, that's fine. Maybe it is something that teachers or educators want to use, and then I'm going to see if there's something right there. Let's take this boring one and see what we can do with this one. Okay, nice and boring. So it does look very straightforward, but I personally don't like colors, and I don't like the fact that there are no pictures, because remember, visuals, and I want to see it. Infographics are essentially posters. It's just more dynamic, and it's a way of storytelling. So it has to have some kind of logical flow. If you want to make a timeline, obviously it's going to be in chronological order. If you're making something else like this thing, that doesn't necessarily have a flow from beginning to end, it still has to make sense and guide the viewer across the infographic to the point where you want them to end up. But now say I want to change the font because I don't like the font. All you do is you select the font, you go and click here, and you either scroll. There are over 6,000 fonts on Canva, so you might be scrolling for a while. You can also try and type something in. Arial is always the easy one. And now if you want everything else to be the same, you just say select this little copy style and you go and click on it. You see now I copy, click on something else. Copy. Okay, easy way to just fix all the fonts. Hold shift down and click on all the elements you want to include. I'm going to group them quickly. So you can see now they're in a group. And I'm going to go to the one I want to copy, say copy style, and I just click on it and it will change automatically all of them. And then I can just ungroup it. But now I want to have something. Then I simply go to elements and I decide what I need here. Do assume all material is copyright protected. Yes, so let's see if I can have a copyright kind of logo. There we go. And remember, it is so easy to get carried away with all the different icons that you just put in anything. But for the sake of consistency, try and look at the icons that you already use and look for similar icons. You can see these are a little bit different already. This is like a line drawing, but it's with color. This one doesn't have color. If you want to have similar icons, all you do is you click on the icon, and here you can see there's an info little button. If you click on it, it will tell you about the keywords used to find this icon and the person or the artist that created the icon. You also have the option to star the icon if for some reason it is your favorite icon, you want to reuse it. So here you can see view more by this person, and let's see. Now you can try and see if they have similar style icons. Person thinking, this one. You can very easily use pictures as a background as well. Then you simply go to photos, right here on the left, and you can type in something. So say copyright. Let's see if we use this one, and I say position all the way to the back. Maybe it's even nicer than our icon. Okay, so the text is kind of disappearing over this. You can simply go to transparency, take it out a little bit, and you can still see what is written right in front. If it's a graphic element and you get it here by elements, you can often change the colors. If it's a photo, you can't change the colors, but you can edit. So if you go right here to edit, you have certain filters. So this is basically making it lighter or darker or a different kind of color. You can change the intensity of that filter, and right at the bottom you will be able to see some other color pop. But If it's a photo, it will change the background as well, so it doesn't necessarily stay white with the picture over the top. But say, for instance, you do like this, you can remove the background by going to background remover, and you will be able to see after it's been thinking for a while if it can remove the background for you. There you go, the background is gone. So the background removing option is on the Pro version in Canva, not on the free version. But if you are looking for an alternative, I've made a video on how you can remove a background in Canva. Okay, so now you come to the bottom and you realize, I actually need more space. I've got more stuff to add. All you do is you simply resize the template. How do you do that? You go to Magic Switch, and here you can see at the bottom it says Custom Size. You click on it, and you can see what is the width, what is the height of this template. And all you do is you change the dimensions here. So if it's height at 2000, if I say 3000, and now if I say continue, it's going to ask me, do I want to copy and resize, which means you have two versions. The original one will stay the same size as it is now, and the new one will be your new size. Or if you're very confident that this is exactly what you need, here you can see a preview. You can say, well, I don't want another copy, just resize this one for me, and I will work on it again. And here you can see it's gone to both sides, that it extended this infographic. All I do now is I can just highlight everything and move it up to the top. And now I've got more space at the bottom, so I can just continue this green one. I can just continue to go down. And let's see, what are these in between? These are just little lines. I can just Control and D or Command and D means you are just duplicating it, and you can continue. And before you know it, you have an entire infographic. And then the question is, how do you print this design now? Because now it's becoming a long piece of paper, and we even have rolls of paper that print like that. Yes, I'm sure we do, but is it commercially available? I haven't seen those yet. So the point about an infographic is that it is normally meant for online presentation. It is not exactly meant to be printed out. Posters are meant to be printed out because a poster is something that you can print in A2, A3, A4, A5, no, now I'm going smaller. A5, 4, 3, A2, A1, A0 size that you can print and put up somewhere. An infographic is basically more intended for a scrolling. Imagine a website. If a website was just one page, that would be a poster. But on a website, you keep scrolling down and down. So a website interface is essentially an infographic. It means you can keep scrolling, but you stay on the same page. So you don't have to page between different pages. You don't have to go from one poster to another, and you don't have to change slides. You stay on one page, and you can keep going, especially if it's a timeline. You can just keep going on this little infographic all the way. It doesn't matter how many steps you have, because people just keep scrolling down. If you do want to share it, download it as a PDF is your best option. So I'm saying PDF. Standard, because standard is for emailing, and the PDF for printing is if you are going to print it, which we are not going to do. You download it, and here you can see if you scroll up or down, this is what your infographic looks like. So there's a very nice website. It's called dailyinfographic.com. They have daily infographic. It's a free website. I haven't paid for anything yet, and I've been checking it out for a while. And every day there's a new infographic about something. Random topics, random industries. But it's a nice way to get a little bit of inspiration, especially if you're in the educator space or a teacher, or you are often having presentations that you have to prepare, or even if you have business proposals and instead of writing a boring executive summary, or maybe in addition to an executive summary, you write a little infographic, because people are more likely to go and look at an infographic and take the important parts out of that than reading through a whole summary. So get some inspiration from this website. I will drop a link below in the description. Consider what you have that is in text that you can put into visual representation to make sure that your audience, whoever it might be, have better attention of what you wanted them to learn in the first place. Thank you for watching, and look out for my upcoming video about how you can animate in Canva to make your presentations even better. See you next time.